One professor believes that he has, indeed, a foolproof formula to predict the outcome of presidential elections and has outlined it all in a book. You see it here called Predicting the Next President, The Keys to the White House 2016. The author of that book, Allan Lichtman, joins me now from Washington to explain it all. Professor, very much appreciate your time today.
My pleasure.
Thank you for joining us. Again,
Sure.
You say you've predicted the outcome of every presidential election since 1984. Interestingly, though, your method does not rely on polls, it does not rely on demographics, and does not rely on the almighty analysis of swing states, if you will, but you have 13 keys that you focus upon. So how does it all work?
It's all very simple. There's a real theory behind this. And the theory is presidential elections don't work the way we think they do. They're not decided by the turns of the campaigns, the speeches, the debates, the fundraising. Rather, presidential elections are fundamentally referenda on the performance of the party holding the White House. If that performance is good enough, they get 4 more years. If it's not, they're turned out and the challenging party wins. And the 13 keys are simply ways of gauging mathematically and specifically whether or not that performance will net the party holding the White House.
Allan, nice to see you this morning. So you don't care about the polls that everyone else gets caught up in. You're looking at a history for indicators. What do you see?
Well, my system is 13 true-false questions where an answer of true always favors the re-election of the party in power. It's based on the retrospective study of every election from the election of Abraham Lincoln in 1860 to Ronald Reagan in 1980, and it's based on the theory that elections are primarily referenda on the party holding the White House. So I look at the big picture, the economy, foreign policy, third parties.
In all 9 presidential elections since 1984, American University history professor Allan Lichtman has correctly predicted the outcome, not by using opinion polls, but by using a system he helped create. 13 simple true-false statements testing whether the incumbent party will retain or lose the White House. Professor Lichtman joins me now via Skype from Doha, Qatar. Professor, how did you arrive at these 13 true-false statements, and what is the rule that determines the outcome?
I came across the keys to the White House totally by accident. In 1981, I met the world's leading authority in earthquake prediction, Volodya Kailas-Borak. And it was Kailas-Borak who suggested that we collaborate using his mathematical modeling to predict American presidential elections. So we studied every American election from 1860 to 1980. This was in 1981, guided by the thesis that presidential elections are primarily judgments on the performance and strength of the party holding the White House. And from that study, we came up with 13 simple true-false questions where an answer of true always favors the re-election of the White House party. And we came up with a really simple decision rule. If 6 or more of the keys are false, that bodes defeat for the party holding the White House.